Howdy folks, Sideways here for another video. This will probably be a little shorter. Nothing too special today, but I do want to get some things done. It is freaking amazing outside right now. This is the time of year where Arizona really shines. It is gorgeous. It's like 70 degrees, light breeze, not a single cloud in the sky. It is fucking beautiful. So I just got to the scrapyard by my house. I'm hoping I can find everything I need here. My goal is to hopefully find a sun visor for my work van, because the driver's side one, if it's not clipped in, it just hangs slomp thick and I can't like use it on the side. So I'm hoping to find one of those. It is what it is. Oh, I got fuzzy stuff in my beer. Yeah, I'm drinking a beer in the parking lot before I go in because it's whatever. I'm looking for a 14mm head. I think it's an M12 1.5 thread bolt for the rear caliper on my Corolla drift car, because I did dual caliper setup, designed my own bracket and everything, which is great and it works fine, but I apparently left one caliper of the 4 in the rear not torqued. So one bolt loosened, the other one completely backed out, and I lost it at the last trip event. So I need to find one of those. Yeah, I could go to the hardware store, but I'm a real stickler, especially when it comes to my Corollas, about using all OEM Toyota stuff. And I know it's kind of weird, but if a bolt comes out, a Toyota bolt goes back in. That's just how I think about it. It's weird, but it is what it is. Looking for that. Also looking for some Toyota Prius coil packs, and Priuses are everywhere now. There should be at least like 4 or 5 in the yard, so I'm hoping I can just pop some coils out real quick. No big deal. So we'll see. I'm gonna cut this now. I'm gonna go ahead and finish my beer and then go in, and then I'll catch up with you guys then. All right, we're in the yard. Looking for a older Toyota. Corolla would be sweet, but I'd highly doubt they'll be here. I'm thinking any late 80s, early 90s Toyota will work. So I'm looking for like an old Tacoma or an old 4Runner, or I sell pretty much anything of that era. And I'm guessing that the hardware will be the same for the brakes. It's pretty unique. So we're gonna check the import side first and see what we can find. So I'm thinking that's gonna be the hardest thing to find here, just because the cars are so old, and nowadays it's all late model cars and stuff. So try to find that, and then the Prius will probably be the easiest thing, as they're pretty new. So actually, I see a couple Camrys there. I think they're a little too new for my liking, but so far that's my best option. And yeah, we'll see what we find. I'll check in here in a minute. So the second car I checked, Toyota Avalon, I'm assuming like a 96. Got it. And actually, somebody wanted this caliper because the bolts were loose and the brake line was taken off. So someone even did the hard work for me. So one part down, a couple more to go. But that was actually a bit strange. So Avalon, I'm pretty sure is the right hardware. Somebody looks like wanted that caliper. The line was taken off, and the one bolt was loose, and the other bolt was missing. So that was kind of strange. I don't know, maybe they ran out of time getting the caliper they wanted, or started and realized it was the wrong kind. I don't know. But what I ended up doing is the other side was crushed up, and I could only get to one. But I went ahead and I took one bolt that I could get to off the other side. So I have 2, that way I have a future backup. I'm going to look for another Avalon to see if I can grab more, because I'm almost 100% sure that's the right part. So we'll keep looking for those. And surprisingly, I haven't seen a single Prius yet. That's weird to me, but we'll keep looking. So haven't found a Prius yet, although it looks like they've expanded their imports area, so maybe there's still some luck yet. I did find a Mazda Protege with some aftermarket lowering springs hidden in the back, and they're painted TRD red. So I think they're TRD springs, but there's no markings on them, so I can't confirm that. So I guess there's no point in me taking them. But I'm pretty sure somebody hid them to come back and get them. So I think they're worth some money. I just don't know what they're for. So I won't ruin anybody's day because I don't know what they are, and I'm not gonna waste money on them. But it was a neat little find. Fun fact, when I got my Scion XB, I got a 2nd gen. I wanted one of these, the 1st gen. And part of the selling factor to me was the fact that tack in the middle, it's cool to me. It's got speedometer and kilometer, tack, fuel gauge, all in one gauge. It's fucking rad. And this one is a stick. So far I'm striking out. No Prius in the yard. And this, I'll point with the wrench here. Or here, I'll point with the jack handle. There's this white van here. That's a GMC Safari, which is a Chevy Astro badged as a GMC. And that's the, it's not a work van, it's the family van. And it has the sweet baller, ooh, almost fell. It has the sweet baller double visor. So you can drop yours and then swoop it to the side so that the sun's on the side of your eyes. It's blocked, but then it has a secondary little one that comes down. So when the sun's at an angle, you can block both angles. That is sweet. Unfortunately, it's a slightly newer generation. It's a couple years newer, and they switched from Phillips screws to Torx Spitz screws. So, I don't have those, and I might have to come back. Just found another Astro, but that one's all torn up. Found another one, but it was a rollover, and they had to use a Jaws of Life to take the roof off. So obviously the sun visor isn't no good no more. It's not even existent. So so far I got a couple bolts. I got a booklet out of an 86 Camry and a booklet out of an 88 Chrysler Daytona Pacifica Turbo. Pretty sweet. So I guess that's all I get today. But we tried. We were out here, we explored, and I might be back later today with my Torx set to get that visor, because that visor's pretty sweet. But at least I got the bolts that I wanted. I'm 99.9% sure that's what I needed. So we'll go home, we'll test fit them, make sure they fit. If they do, I'll go ahead and rebolt that caliper back in. We'll clean up the hardware, bolt it back in, and at least that'll be something I can check off my list. So I'll check in with you guys here in a little bit. We're gonna head out to the office right now and see what they want for the booklets and these bolts. Probably they'll just let me walk out with them, but we'll see. What kind of shit you find at wrecking yards? Nobody for president. Government equals violence. Abolish the IRS. Different animals, same shit. Taxation is theft. You know, but here's what, oh, here. Govern yourself. And if this person doesn't scream idiot, here's what will. Bitcoin. How'd that work out for you, buddy? How'd that work out? Alright, folks. Back in the van. Again, that Astro van was sweet. I want that visor. I might grab both just so they match. It was kind of cool. Kind of completely useless to have them on both on this thing, but they're cool. They did go ahead and they gave me the bolts and these books for free. So we got the Toyota Touch Owner's Guide Supplement, which looks like it's stuff from every state here. We got Colorado, Connecticut, California. Starts with California, Connecticut, Maryland, Illinois, Florida, dealer information. So it's not every state, but it's a lot of them, and it's I'm not sure exactly what this is. It's just notices with lemon laws and stuff, but it's kind of cool. It's an actual piece of Toyota literature, which is nice. Nice little collector's item. And then I got this owner's manual from that 88 Chrysler Daytona Pacifica. And how cool is that? That's pretty rad. So, cool little piece of literature. This one I'll probably throw up on the eBay or something and see if I can get like a couple bucks for it. But that's a neat little find. I don't own one of those cars. I don't ever intend to own one of those, but that is cool. Oh yeah, I forgot. They also gave me, out of that Avalon, no, this was out of a Lexus LS400, sorry. Brand new cigarette lighter. And I mean, this thing is just, oh, yeah, it's just minty. And the fun fact about cigarette lighters is they're pretty universal. And I don't have one for my van. Now I do. Now we're gonna see if that works. And then they also gave me the bolts. So I got 3 of these guys, and I'm pretty sure this is what I need. We're gonna go check, and then if it does, then I have 3 of them, so I'll have 2 spares. So that's pretty neat. So it could have been a better trip, could have been a worse trip. Hey, look, at worst case scenario, I got a little exercise, walked around, and I got a cool piece of literature from the 80s. So, it is what it is. With this, we'll go back home, probably crack open another beer, clean up a little bit, relax, cool down, and then start working on cleaning up some bolts and installing them. And I'm kind of scared to even try it. It's not hot. Doesn't look like it's working. But it could be my van. My van's got some wiring gremlins. So either way, that's cool. It's like minty. So yeah. I'll check in here in a few minutes. I got about a 5-minute drive home, and I'll probably check in then. Maybe not. In case I don't, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. Definitely drop some comments if there's things you want to see me do, especially if it's Corolla related stuff, Toyota related stuff, Junkyard related stuff, Chevy van related stuff, the Astro van. Just drop a comment in the bottom here and tell me what you want to see.